Howdy, welcome to Module 3, Ag Science 305 here. This module, we're going to be working on time in your SAEs. From last module, you'll know that we looked at the planning of SAEs and what goes into it. What are the essential elements of that SAE? But however, this module, we're going to shift gears, take it up a notch. We are going to look at what it is about time that we need to record and what exactly within that time are we most concerned about. After all, we are looking at education, and so we'll be looking at some of those standards that apply. So for this module, the first place that I want to address or have you focus your attention is going to be here to this AF&R Pathways of Ag Education tab. AF&R standing for Agricultural, Food, and Natural Resources. When most of you graduate and become certified, you'll be certified AF&R teachers. First, I want you to take a look at this website, the Council. We've looked at it a little bit. Hopefully you've looked at it. The Council is the national board for our school-based ag education. What they provide for us is they have a item down here we look at is the AF&R Career Cluster Content Standards. Now, these standards are a little different than the TEKS. Last week, or last module I should say, you were asked to look through some of the TEKS, Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. However, this week we're looking at the Council, which is going to be our national standards, content standards. But if we roll through this, the one thing that I really would like us to get to, we're going to scroll, we can scroll through the, down to get into down, say, let's go animal systems. We're looking at page 47. Let's go 47. And we get down into, my computer is freezing on us here this morning. Here's our animal systems career pathway. A very popular pathway, especially with SAE projects. But what I really want to draw your attention to is we have these different areas. And within this area, we can see AS, Animal Science, Area 1. Analyze historic and current event trends impacting the animal systems industry. Underneath of that, it breaks it down into more sub-levels, you might call it. Okay? And we look at here is this I and this M area. So these are performance indicators and sample measurements. So what we see here is the indicators. One of the indicators for animal systems industry would be this first one, the evaluate the development implications of animal origin, domestication, and distribution on production practices and the environment. Then there is this list of 6 sample measurements of what students might complete to demonstrate, or for you as an instructor to measure their ability to master that concept. So what I would ask you that you do there in this week or this module is actually to go ahead and scroll through, become familiar with these different standards, what they look like, what are some of these terminology and the different measurements that they use. Okay, so that's the first part. But then what I'd also like you to do is take a look down here at, and this comes from the Explore SAE side. We have some different items such as plant systems, leadership, education, communications, all the way down to food products and processing. So if we click on, say, power systems here, it'll take you to a series of slides that have been put together for you. And this will have some different options for your SAE specific projects. This one relating to the ag mechanics side, it'll say what which could include. So here's some examples of what it could include. So we have machinery and fabrication, structures, energy, and then here we have some of the skills associated, the ability to. And what you might notice is that these phrases, these actions, and the ability, they're actually going to match up, or you might find some similarities, I might say, with the National Council's content standards. And the reason that we look at all this is we want you to start thinking about what is it when students are completing their project that they are supposed to be gaining from the project. And one of those aspects might be those different skills. As we move down here, we can see that we have the four major, and I don't want to say most important, but the four most popular types of projects, because we do know that there are two additional types of SAE projects, and that is the school-based and the service learning. So hopefully you've caught on to that so far too. Now, entrepreneurship, very common. Many of you would think of this as the typical market animal project that's going to go to a county show or a major. Now, we'll look here, and this chart actually provides us what aspects are going to be included in that project of those essential elements. What you'll know from that essential element is that all projects require time. Now, do all projects require money? No. So this module, we are focused purely on time into the project itself. Okay. So as we look through this module, I want you to review through the council standards, then move into the standards here and look through these slides that have been prepared for you from Explore SAE. And one of the last things that I should say two parts, your two assignments for this week, we do have a discussion board. And with this discussion board, you're going to locate one course from the list of approved AF&R courses on the TEKS. Linked right here again, you can find the TEKS. Remember, there's 31 courses that, or 32, I'm sorry, 30 courses that you can teach as a certified AF&R teacher. Locate one that you might like to teach when you become a certified teacher. That could be horticulture, it could be oil and gas production, animal science, your choice, you choose. Now, when you move from there, I want you to locate and insert the TEKS pertaining to your supervised ag experience projects for the course you have chosen. Okay. So, provide the TEKS that relate to SAE in that course. Now, moving forward here, your response is going to be a 2-paragraph response to the following prompt. Okay, so this was just a copy and paste from the TEKS. You heard me correctly, copy and paste. This part right here, how would you cover the required TEKS for your chosen course? Now, how do the TEKS and AF&R standards from the council align with one another? Or do the standards even align? Okay, a paragraph for this and a paragraph for this. So a 2-paragraph discussion board, and do not forget to respond to 2 of your peers. The reason I asked you to insert the Supervised Ag Experience project is in your response, I want you to look to see if you find any similarities in the course that you chose and that one of your peers chose. So one of the options for your response to your peers might be looking and comparing from yours and theirs as far as what are those TEKS pertaining to an SAE within your chosen course. Okay, finally here, the assignment for this week comes to the AF&R content standards. Similar to what we've been talking throughout the week is looking at those standards. You're going to develop a table, and I've provided the table within a Word document of typical SAE entries. You're going to connect that example entry, student activity, to a type of SAE, and then you're going to connect that entry to one of the SAE, an SAE or a content standard from the council. Okay, so you're going to use the council on this one. So make sure, remember right here, these are different from the TEKS. So this assignment is the council. Let's take a look at this document. I've got to pull that up here. So this is what your document template is going to look like. Oh, looks like I already got a typo in there. I apologize. Purchase supplies to build a barbecue pit that the student plans to sell and hopefully make money and keep the project within a budget. Right here in this column, you're going to tell me what type of a SAE project that is. Over here, you're going to tell me the area of interest and the area and F&R pathway. But then I want you to go one deeper. I want you to go to an indicator. What is the best indicator on that council's website to go with this? So you got 2 levels to go here. And then right over here at the end, please put your name up there so that I know that it's your document. And go ahead and save that and upload that into eCampus for this week's or this module's assignment. All right, folks. I hope you have a great week, and if you have any questions, like always, please do not hesitate to reach out. Email me is probably the fastest way, but if you'd like to come by my office, I would welcome that as well. All right, take care.